It's Dr. Cheryl Bryant Bruce, MD, the celebrity doc from Chatters That Matter. Let's talk about it. And I am here today, the awesome Kevin Maxwell from Cube World Media. And last night, he hosted an absolutely amazing event for the Intercontinental Chamber of Commerce. Now, you're the creative director of Cube World Media. What does that mean, and how did you go about coming up with this event? It was at the
Parisian Palace.
Parisian Palace.
Yeah.
And absolutely beautiful venue. How did you come up with this event, and how did you pick the Parisian Palace?
Yeah. Thank you so much. So it was actually a wonderful event, and it came sporadically, So everything comes through connections. Everything comes through hard work and dedication, as you know. So this one was a really interesting way how I ended up here. So ironically, Nico Santucci, the owner of the Parisian Palace, very well-known established business owner here in Las Vegas, great man. He was actually a childhood friend of mine when I was a kid. And I used to play on his boat as a child, and I used to know each other. I was barely that tall. So I got estranged from him, essentially. Lost contact. It's merely my family's friend. Mm-hmm. And so 20 years later, I come back to Vegas, and I have this other friend that I met through Lil Man. Lil Man was from Doja Click, and he's from Stockton, California. And so he was friends with the leader and creator of Doja Click, which was Ren the Heat Monster. Mm-hmm. Ren the Heat Monster, shout out to you, Ren. He's introduced to Valerie DiMaggio, who's a really cool, good friend of yours and mine, as you know. Great.
Hey, Valerie.
Yeah, Valerie. She's a great promoter here in Vegas,
yes,
an artisan, a connector, a creator, a sort of cool creative type, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so that's what Cube World Media is about, is giving people a platform and creative types and artists and an opportunity in a home to allow their full creativity to come out and enact their skills to create business opportunities like they did for us, which connected you and I at the Parisian Palace.
Yes.
So she and I ended up getting barbecue, and we were out there eating some good brisket and just having a beer and just seeing how we could collaborate and talk and where her skills may meet our needs, et cetera, because I was needing a promoter. I was just looking for a promoter. I wasn't even looking to do anything else. So she says, well, I got this great friend named Nico, and him and you are really similar. You like cars, you like nice stuff, you like traveling,
And he has amazing cars.
Yeah, his car collection's off the hook. I mean, just one of a kinds. And
that
Ferrari.
purple one out front belongs to me, by the way.
The McLaren,
yes.
Yeah. I like the pink and purple Yakuza Lamborghini Diablo.
Yes.
That one.
I'll take any of them, actually. They all work for me.
Yeah. And he just got the white Lamborghini Countach, and it's the cocaine license plate on it. Mm-hmm. So it's cool, man. I love cars. So that's where my passion always came. I was always as a hobbyist, a street racer and a drifter and a racer just by trade, and I've done that for a while. Yes. So knowing that, right, I got connected there, and I go there, and when I run into him, I said, Nico, that sounds really familiar. And I looked in his eyes and said, I think I know you from somewhere. And he says, really? And he says, where? I said, I knew you from when I was a kid. I used to play on your boat. And he just tripped out. He says, wow. So we connected, we had a good conversation, and we came to a mutual understanding. And he basically gave me the rundown of how the palace works. And he says, hey, if you want to throw an event here, if you want to do something, these are the rules, the regulations, this is how it's going to happen. And if you could follow these parameters, then the keys to the palace are yours.
And that's really an honor, because this is actually his private location. This is a home.
Yes. It's
an amazing home.
It's fun.
It's an amazing home.
Yeah. It's one of his homes, yeah. So he's got Newport, he's got East Coast, Florida. So he's now been wanting to share his homes and share his art, share his collection, and allow other people to enjoy it at a high level and a VIP level, and who could appreciate it, and within that environment create a comfortability to create more business and more opportunities for people. So I saw it as a great content creation house, and I knew that by booking the palace, it would introduce me to a lot of great, interesting people like you that I would have never met had I have not done the palace. So my whole thinking of it was, well, this isn't about making money. This isn't about making a statement. This is about making connections.
Now, how did you bring together this group of people? Because, I mean, it was a very eclectic group. The diversity was just off the charts. Males and females, different races, different ethnicities. The diversity of job types and businesses was just insane. How did you bring together such an eclectic group of people?
That's a very great question. So I did it strategically, you know. I figured I know a lot of people, so I have about like 5,000 businesses in my contacts.
Okay.
The chamber has their own contacts of businesses.
Right.
Then I have, besides business, I have the media contacts.
Yes.
I have artists, I have DJs under me, I have producers.
And we had how many DJs at the event last night?
We had 5 playing just at the event, and then we had like another 10 DJs that were there.
Right.
And so it was a great artistry. There's producers there. I mean, people from Dog Pound were there. People from Shaquille O'Neal's camp were there. Radio stations from Vegas were there. I mean, the up and coming Secretary of State was there. It was beautiful, and
Yes, it was.
like you said, like all cultures, all ages, all walks of life, but together everyone got some type of mutual takeaway, connection, or benefit that's going to help them progress their goals.
Yes.
So that was always my goal in heart, and I'm so happy we achieved that, because it showed and proved that you can still do business, you can still do networking, and you can still have fun while doing it.
Yes, absolutely.
And people love that, and I think that a lot of business people, they forget about that, and they take things so serious, suit and tie, and corporate, and rigorous, and rules, and I don't think we need to have all that anymore.
Right.
You know?
And I saw that last night. I mean, there were some people who were suited and booted, you know, gowns and suits, and then you had other people who had much more ethnic attire on, and then there was urban street attire. It was just like all over the map. People came, and what made them feel good about themselves and what represented them and their businesses. That was, I mean, that was just on point.
I love that, and that's what the Intercontinental Chamber of Commerce is all about. So I'm the vice chair of the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm in charge of the events. And so what I'm doing with the 40-year-old chamber that has people on every continent in the world, and a very powerful pool from presidents to world leaders to global entities, I mean, they're pretty awesome. So I was very grateful that Reggie Gray chose me to be a part of the chamber as a board director a couple years ago. Then he chose to take me under his wing.
Which is that's a big choose, because you're obviously a fairly young man, and a lot of times, you know, for those kind of positions, they want to pull an old geezer in my age bracket. So it's a big deal for them to pull someone as young as you are for this high leadership position.
Thank you so much, and it's an honor, you know, and that's how I took it, with the badge of honor, and I ran full-hearted with it. So Reggie and I became friends, and I essentially, in the non-profiteer way, because I'm always looking to learn, expound, and bring up my horizons, I had him mentor me how to expound nonprofit and business on a global scale. And so for a year, I went all over the earth with him, and Mexico, Missouri, and deals, and Houston, and making things happen. And I saw, you know, he needed a little bit of help, someone to push him, someone to modernize the chamber, someone to streamline it, someone to automate it, someone to put it online and mass. All the things that the chamber really needs is where I was the right fit for that.
Now, do you think that is, in my perception is that it is, but do you think that is a problem with a lot of organizations like these chambers, that they've become stale in their thinking and have a tendency to be resistant to having new blood like yourself come in with a new infusion of ideas?
Oh, so I'm really glad you brought that up. That's one of the biggest problems on earth, is the gatekeepers. And I cannot stand them in multiple industries in multiple states and countries, and that's half of my motivation to do what I do. So let's talk about just the furniture asset industry, what I first did quite well on.
Okay.
There was a bunch of there's nothing wrong with older people, but they didn't teach and pass down those skills and that knowledge to the younger generations.
Right.
So people my age and younger, they have no idea in the world what to do with commercial design, furniture, and assets. So all the gatekeepers held on, and now they're all dying, they're passing away, they're getting cancer, they're getting sick.
And they're taking that information with them.
They sure are. And so what did it do? It left slim pickings to people like me to come out and just take over the whole industry. Because one, they're outdated, their kids didn't want to work, they didn't reinvest, they didn't keep up with the times. So with all that, the world was wide open. As soon as you modernize it and streamline things and lower your overhead, that's it. Now you're beating the competition that's been there 30 years.
Right.
And this happened, and several companies folded. We absorbed them, and their competition ended up coming to work for us, who used to compete against us.
Right.
It is the most amazing thing. So, you know, Jeff Bezos was really well known for cutting out competition, like what he did to Toys R Us and many other places.
I miss Toys R Us. I loved Toys R Us.
A few of them are coming back now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't have young children anymore, and I haven't been blessed with grandchildren yet, but I will be in Toys R Us.
So like that story, right? It's just like business. You modernize it, you put it on e-commerce, you make exclusive contracts, the distribution goes through you, you're controlling the net profits, you're controlling the MSRPs, and that's market control and supply and demand. So regardless what industry that you do that in, it's the same blueprint. So I've taken that now, you know, with furniture, logistics, and nonprofits, and now media, and I'm implementing similar strategies with, of course, some modifications to it. But once that's all combined, it's a recipe for success, it's a recipe for innovation, it's a recipe for entrepreneurship, leadership, and motivation. And that's what I preach more than anything, over everything. And once I instill those values in people and motivate them, inspire them, everything else just comes to fruition.
Okay. So what was your primary goal for last night's event?
My primary goal for last night's event was to empower the business communities, particularly of Las Vegas. I have a business here, a showroom, a place I represent, physical brick and mortar. I have other interests in Las Vegas. It's a very dear city to my heart. It's a home away from home. Okay. So I love Las Vegas. I would live here full time if I didn't have to travel. It's my heart. So my goal, right, is to expound Las Vegas, and I see it as the entertainment headquarters of the United States and really the earth. And I see as Cube World Media bridging the gap between other cultures, other genres, other professions that would have maybe never have known electronic dance music. Yes. Maybe never would have known drum and bass and dubstep and rhythm. Right. And my goal, besides spreading commerce to all the communities and internationally, is to put a spotlight on the artists, the Las Vegas local artists of all different nationalities, ages, races, creeds, religions, everything. And my goal is to show these up-and-coming talent and bring them to the light and show other people their potential, and as well as grow our company's branding with it, and then my own branding too, because I just became a dubstep DJ and producer now. Okay. Yeah. So my new name is going to be Cubanoid. So on top of everything. Cubanoid. Okay. Yeah, like humanoid robot, but Cubanoid because of cube, world. Okay. So the Cubanoid's on the way. I have producers working with me, mentors, musicians, DJs, all that. All right. So we're starting to train and form the Battle Center in Huntington Beach, California. Okay. And that's my true passion. So now I'm doing, thank God, what I love and what's truly dear to my heart, and living my dream. So I guess that's like in a long sense the answer of why I did it. Was so many reasons, there's no way to pinpoint it. But within all the positivity, all the energy, all of the inertia, a lot of matter was created from that, and that matter was spread throughout the party, and now it's created tons of opportunities. Right, so you had the event last night, and it was a wild success. How do you feel today? Oh, I feel relaxed. Yeah, it was really fun. It was a lot of preparation. I learned a lot of things about myself. I learned things about people a lot. I learned things about Vegas. It was really cool. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. Yeah, that was a massive undertaking. I mean, it was a massive undertaking. One, because the Presium Palace is not an uncomplex place. Yeah. I mean, you could get lost in that place easily. Yeah. And you had a large amount of people. You had to be cognizant of where people were, what they were doing. You had to put together something that was going to keep all of those people with all of those different interests interested. And it was a long event. You went from 3 to 11. Yeah, 8 hours straight. That's a massive undertaking. Is it? Yeah. A massive undertaking. Thank you. So I'm sure you do feel some relief and relaxed after all of the build-up to make something like that happen. Yeah, no, thank you. It was my first sort of event doing that by myself like that, so it was a lot, and I just figured, what would I have wanted at the event to feel comfortable and happy, and that's how I looked through how it would make other people comfortable and happy. Right. like treat others how you want to be treated, but also present how you want others to present to you.
Exactly.
Which is very important. So, with food, my food I had from filet mignon to caviar.
Mm-hmm.
And the best.
Caviar.
Yeah, exactly. We had a bunch of drinks, and we had the tequila owners fly from Guadalajara to sponsor them and bring their forehands tequila.
Right, I had a chance to meet them earlier. They're absolutely wonderful guys.
Great guys, So we had people from Australia, we had people from Monaco, Dubai, Mexico, all over America, everywhere, every major state. And everyone was there for the same reason, because of their wholehearted love for business, entrepreneurship, the community, media, spreading messages, podcasting, music, DJing. We hit all the major factors of industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe when you unite the best of all those people and put them in one place, that only magic could happen.
And people were like super easy to talk to, because a lot of times you go to these events and everybody's kind of standing around and there's an awkwardness in the room and you feel like, okay, well, what do I do now? And I didn't have that sense at all. When I first walked in and there were people all over the place, it's like, okay, now what do I do? Who do I go talk to first? And fortunately, because we were working with Val, she said, make sure that when you get there, you find Kevin.
Yeah.
So that was my first point of contact. And, from there, it was on and popping.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, gee, I wish I had gotten here sooner.
Yeah.
Because there just isn't enough time. And so many people.
Yeah, so many people stayed from 4 all the way to the end. I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the caravan go and all the entourage and the drone flying over. And
Yes.
I'll send you that too. We got a bunch of great footage, the videographers taking pictures and interviews.
Yes.
It is a whole interactive experience.
It really was.
Yeah, the magician, doing tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Tony podcast.
I actually missed the magician, and I've heard a lot about this magician now. So
he was a character.
Mm-hmm.
He was a character, great magician, kept people entertained. And then we had Tony doing the podcast, full podcast in the office area. So we tried to make it like environments, like what modern business networking should be, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because no one's just going there to sip cocktails and stand around tables and just talk. No one's doing that no more.
Yes.
And people want something fun, they want something exciting, they want something colorful, they want something different to give them a reason to go and do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe if we keep providing those reasons for people, that there's nothing that's going to come out of less than success.
Okay.
Because if you could give people a reason to want to be there for your reasons, but is benefiting them for their own, then that's the recipe of sales, and that's the recipe of success, is having someone do what you want them to do for their own reasons.
Right. So where do you go from here?
So the next place, a lot more places, right? So we got David Copperfield's former mansion coming up. We're about to potentially do an event at.
So another event here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas. We're in right now for this year. It depends on how it goes with all the people that are excited right now, but every 3 months at a minimum, every 6 months at most. So within 3 to 6 months, as we pick up traction and get more people and more staff, more followers, and we'll start doing them as often as we could.
Right.
So, we do all types of events. We do nonprofit ones, we do underground ones, we do EDM ones, we do corporate ones, we do marketing advertising ones. It was Speak Note, TED Talk, podcast. There's all kinds.
Yes.
So we're excited to do all the events. My personal passionate favorite is electronic music events, of course, and on the second side of my life, business, global VIP networking events. And so if I could keep somehow meshing those two worlds, which I didn't, it seemed like it worked, I'll keep doing it all over the world. Okay. So now Guadalajara wants to throw an event, Miami wants to throw an event, people in Houston are talking to me to throw an event, and 4 more events came out of this one event.
Okay. So
more is going to happen for sure. I'm not sure when, how, or when. We'll find out and be updating the socials very soon at Cube World Media, everything.
Okay.
So just keep in contact with us, and of course we'd love to have you there, and we could even do a podcast at our next event, and also if you come down to our studios in Huntington Beach, we'd love to do a follow-up podcast with you too on our channel and in the studio.
We'd love to do it. Okay, and on that note, I am going to put in a shameless plug because I am also doing an event. On the 28th of February, we are going to be having the Miss Nevada Corporate America competition, a competition where we elevate women business leaders in the state of Nevada. This event is going to be happening at an absolutely spectacular but secret location. The only way you can find out is if you put in a reservation. It is a beautiful palatial mansion, and this is going to be an event that you don't want to miss. Not only is the venue off the chain, we have celebrity judges, we have celebrity guests, and we have phenomenal women. So come on out and support us for the Ms. Nevada Corporate America 2026 competition so we can pick our Nevada queen. Everybody loves a crown. If you would like to be a contestant in the competition, time's ticking because the 28th is just around the corner. So you can put in an application by going to our website at thecelebritydoc.net, and it will direct you to the Ms. Nevada Corporate America location where you can put that application in. We're also looking for vendors. We're looking for sponsors. So again, these events, you're going to meet amazing people, big networking. We hope that you will come out and join us. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you. If you miss it this year, we're going to talk bad about you. So come on out, get in the door early. It is a limited reservation. We aren't taking a lot of reservations, so make sure that you're one of the first in line so you don't get left out in the cold. Again, you've been listening to Dr. Cheryl Bryant Bruce, MD, Chatters That Matter, and Kevin Maxwell from Cube World Media. And again, Kevin, give them how they can get in contact with you.
Yeah, that'd be great. You could add our companies on Instagram at Cube World Media, at Cube World USA, and my Instagram at Neo9N. So either one of those, feel free to DM us for opportunities. We have podcast studio here in Las Vegas. We're happy to collaborate with you and any of your associates on future podcasts. And we thank you so much for being a guest here. And we'd love to make our home your home and help grow what you're doing as we love and support all of your causes as well.
Thank you. And we are just absolutely thrilled to have made your acquaintance and to have been a part of your amazing event.
Yeah.
So again, Dr. Cheryl Bryant Bruce, MD, the Celebrity Doc, Chatters That Matter. Let's talk about it. Come back and join us soon.